Welcome to Muncie, Indiana, home of the Ball State Cardinals, and we're looking forward to this matchup, and certainly the fans are showing that they are as well. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on a team from the MAC, the Ball State Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cardinals will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will take the field first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush. You cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game, something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So the Ball State Cardinals offense will go to work for the first time. And here comes for the first time as a starter this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, you always worry about turnovers in the first game, and for this young man, he's got to be able to turn the page. I know that was his first carry of the year. He puts it on the ground. That's the nightmare scenario, but you got to be able to wash that and flush it out. You got to be able to play the next play.
This offense has it with really good field position. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Unloads it downfield. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, you want to make big plays in the passing game, and to do that, you got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing to make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You could see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Hunt. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Unloads it left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. All right, guys, let's think about Ball State for a minute. During the offseason, they go out, they get a top 25 recruiting class. That's nothing to scoff at. But the question is, how do they move up from here, David?
Well, and how do these talented young guys perform at this level, right? We don't really know. I mean, top 25 class is good. It's not elite, but how do these guys perform, Palmer, early day one in their career?
Yeah, they're going to have to grow up pretty quick because we expect to see a lot of these guys play meaningful snaps in this game here today as well. I think that's what the fans really want to see here today.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Turns it on in midfield. Oh, look out on the right. The tag. Touchdown, Cardinals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll bring it out. It's Grove. Rams him with the stiff arm. Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. To throw, it's Gray. Makes a grab in the open. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Covey. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Now a lot of of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pocket breaking down. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They'll try the right side. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Finds his man. It's Jackson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Presley. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
26. Offense facing 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
And the Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. They'll test the right side. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. The Cardinals come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Quarterback making checks. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Got it in the middle, it's Klein. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Gray. Fakes to grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. All right, guys, let's talk about Northwestern. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year,
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Northwestern.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. SMU is putting on an offensive clinic. Almost reminds me of the days of the great Pony Express.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Gray. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Ball State takes over the football and the Cardinal offense headed out. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Now adjusting. Complete to the right. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Here's the handoff. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Slips one guy, now he's loose. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. And so nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Looking for room, it's Jackson. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play is going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Cardinals come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinals pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the 1st down marker. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to throw. With the catch, it's Hamilton. And they're able to get him on the ground. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker, it's Presley. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cardinals had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running back searching for a hole. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ball State.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Gray. Finds the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
He runs.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch, it's McGee.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a big loss on the play. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, what a scene there in Muncie. What a fine performance we've seen. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, The team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Schumann Stadium.
Set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hunt. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Presley. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll run play action. They're working that left side. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Inside the 25. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the 1st down.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
After another clutch third down conversion, it's first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, now facing third and goal.
Come on, set.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
Ready up.
Third and goal, where the strong come through.
Clear. Clear.
From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass, it's Gray. Makes the grab, it's McGee. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Out of the shotgun on third down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack punt.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42.
29 Philly. 29 Philly. Eat. Go, go.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ball State.
Ready? Here we go. Reload.
He'll try the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Now on second down. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We've reached the break. Ball State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Motion from the wideout. They'll start this drive going to the air. Found the spot in the defense. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's McGee. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Handoff to the single running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wildcats! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisville is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 24 over Charlotte. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Got a man. It's Webster. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it.
Ready, set. Let's go.
Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Presley. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
Yeah, and you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires left. This time he's got it. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Cardinals are rolling down the field. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Firing to the right, complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Give to the running back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They'll try the run. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
This one's complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. That brings them to within 1.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You made the field goal. You got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
He'll bring it out. It's Savage. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's McGee. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. There he goes. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there are still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Caught in the backfield, it's Reeder. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th-quarter play for this defense.
Oh, my goodness. What you couldn't do. Make this mistake late in the ballgame. Now, your defense better go bail you out and make a play because that was a critical turnover.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
To the ground with the back. Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
At the 18-yard line.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights, it's good. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. It has been a huge struggle so far for this guy. He just hasn't been able to get into any type of rhythm. And I think it's fair to say that the corner and the rest of his buddies on defense have won this battle, keeping this quarterback in check, David.
They have. They've definitely won the battle. And you wanted to see more in this matchup. And I'll tell you what, this QB, we know he's got ability. And listen, I know that's a great corner out wide, but I wish he'd have made a little bit more of the simple plays and moved this offense a little bit. Been a bad day, man.
He goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't pick up anything, but he did save a few seconds. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third down, he drops to throw. He'll pull it down. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted deep in his own end. And what a way for this defense to end it. A pick as time runs out. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.